Hello everybody for a tutorial by Bildunginteraktiv, and this time we will have the reported speech as a topic, and this is part 1 of 2 tutorials where we will deal with the statements and the backshift of tenses, and then later on commands and suggestions. Let's have a look at a sentence. Suppose that somebody said 2 weeks ago, in the direct speech of course, there is a great movie on HBO. And now we want to put this into reported speech, and the sentence will actually become, my friend told me that there was a great movie on HBO. 3 things are highlighted: told, that, and was, and all of them are important. Now, first of all, the speech verb. Speech verbs are verbs like to say, to tell, to ask. It needs to be in the past tense, or it needs to be in a tense of the past. Can be the past tense, can also be the past perfect. Because if the speech verb is in the present tense, then there is no backshift of tenses, and this is actually what we're going after here. And then second thing I have to point out here is that, which is our lead-in for the subordinate clause, especially for the German learners. You will have to watch out because in English there is no comma before that. And then of course the backshift of tenses, and in this case the present tense is becomes the past tense was. So the backshift of tenses goes as follows. The present tense becomes the simple past, the present perfect becomes the past perfect, the simple past also becomes the past perfect, will future will become conditional 1, and the 2 conditionals and the past perfect will actually stay the same in the reported speech, no matter if the speech verb is in the present or in the past tense. Now let's go through this one after the other. Direct speech, present tense, you have the sentence, there is a great movie on HBO, which in the reported speech becomes past tense, of course. My friend told me that there becomes was, a great movie on HBO. The present perfect in the direct speech, I have not seen a good movie since July, which in the reported speech becomes, Janet told me that she had not seen a good movie since July. Present perfect becomes past perfect. The past tense, I spent my holidays in Greece this summer, which in the reported speech becomes, Jack said that he had spent his holidays in Greece that summer. Spent becomes had spent, past tense becomes past perfect. Please note that this and that are highlighted, and this is something I will talk about in detail in the second part of the tutorial on reported speech. The will future, we will go skiing in the Alps in December, becomes my students told me that they would go skiing in the Alps in December. Will future becomes conditional 1. And then we have the 2 conditionals and the past perfect, which actually stay the same in the reported speech. So much for the backshift of tenses and the statements. Now a quick look at the commands and the suggestions. Let's suppose that Obama says in one of his speeches, save some money for bad times, which of course is a suggestion. And in the reported speech, we would have to produce the following sentence: Obama wanted the Americans to save some money for bad times. This is really easy, as you can see. All you have to do is use the infinitive with to, and then the effect will be a beautiful sentence in the reported speech. Now a second example. Your mom says, do your homework and don't chat with your friends, which of course is a command. And you want this put into the reported speech, and you can do this with the following sentence. His mom told him, or my mom told me, to do his homework, to do my homework, and not to chat with his friends, not to chat with my friends. Again, we use the infinitive with to, and if you want a negative command actually put in the reported speech, all you would have to do is put a not in front of the to, and then you have the perfect and correct sentence. His mom told him to do his homework and not to chat with his friends. Thank you very much for listening. You will find part 2 and more tutorials here on YouTube and also on our website.